Okay, easy peasy. Okay, so let's start. So, sorry guys, I'm late today. I had some things to fix, you understand? So yeah, we'll be talking about application of seventh chords. Wow. Application of seventh chord. So good evening, everybody. Some people that that are already sleeping. Good evening. So, well, I'm going to be fast today because I started quite late. I'm going to be fast today. So, you know how we do. Let me know where you're watching from, and also don't forget to share this video. For today, I'm going to show you application of seven chords. I'm going to show you how to apply your dominant 7, your minor 7, diminished 7, and your major 7, and also how to use these 7 chords. And the main one I'm going to show you is how to transform every chord to a 7th chord. So make sure you pay attention and make sure you watch to the end of this video. You know how we start? We always start from easy, then we start going to the pro aspect of it. So it's going to be very interesting. Yeah. Let's go right away. So what are 7 chords? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we have Samuel watching from Lagos, and we have Fatuma watching from Sierra Leone. Hello. How you doing? Nice to come by. Okay, so what are 7 chords? Let's start with that. Application of 7th chord. So 7th chord, first of all, once you hear 7th chord, the first thing that should come to your mind is 4-note chord. So once you see a chord like this, for example, I think I caught a code. So once you see a chord like this, a 4-note chord, just know that is a 7th chord. Any 4-note chord is a 7th chord. That's what you should know. Any 4-note chord is a 7th chord. That is how to identify a 7th chord. Any 3-note chord is a triad chord. Any 5-note chord is a 9th chord. Any 6-note chord is an 11th chord. Any 7-note chord is a 13th chord. So that's how you identify chords. The issue is you now have to look at it and say, okay, what type of 7th chord is this? What type of triad chord is this? What type of this? So since we're talking about 7th chord, that is how to identify a 7th chord. You understand? That's how you identify a 7th chord. Once you see any chord on the piano that is 4 notes, no matter how it is placed. So I'm going to tell you the formula for 7 chords and how important they are, then we'll keep going. So 7 chords, we have different types of 7 chord. The first one we have is major 7 chord. So the formula for major 7 chord is your 1 3 5 7, which is your do mi so ti. This is on key F. If it's on C, it's this. So this is C major 7 chord. This is F major 7 chord. This is C sharp major 7 chord. Easy peasy. So it's your 1 3 5 7. Yeah. Okay. The next one I'm going to show you is called your dominant 7. Now dominant 7 is your 1 3 5 flat 7, which is do mi so do. It's good to know all this, write down the formula so that when we start application and we start getting more advanced in this teaching, you follow up. So I like to start from beginners to advanced. Okay, the next one, this is dominant 7. I'll show you major 7. Take note of each of the names. Major 7, dominant 7. The next one I'm going to show you is minor 7th. This is minor 7th. The formula for minor 7th is your 1 flat 3 5 flat 7, which is your do mo so do. Then the last one I'm going to show you is your diminished 7, which is your do mo fi La, La, which is your 1, flat 3, flat 5, and 6. So this is diminished 7. So now we know 4 different 7 chords. Sorry, I'm being fast because of time. I want us to round up in 30 minutes time. And we'll have a lot to cover, so sorry about that. Okay, so now, how do you apply these 7 chords? What are they used for? How do you apply them in real-time situations, song progressions, and the rest? I'm going to tell you what to do. Now, if you're using a sound like E piano on the keyboard, which is a sound like this, that sounds like, it is advisable you use 7 chords when playing. Don't use tried chords. It's good to use 7 chords with E piano sounds, E piano voice. Let's start with the voice settings first. So E piano voice setting is good to use. You see, E piano, suitcase, all those related families, good to use 7 chords because they have this emotional feel and it's full. So imagine I do this. This is chord 1. Well, I play the 7. Sounds cool. So you see, using 7th chords with this voice sounds good. Now the next one in application is, how do you use this 7th chord in real-time situations? Now it will interest you to know that you can convert every single tried chord to a 7th chord. Magic. Now if I have F major chord, which is a F major triad chord, which is a 3-note chord, I can convert this to a 7th chord. So the secret I'm going to give you is, for every progression of your major scale, you can convert them to a 7th chord. We have a regular progression like in key C. We have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On F, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now, you're playing all this as stride, 3 notes. Now, you can convert these 3 notes to 4 notes. Once you convert them to 4 notes, automatically what you're playing is a 7th chord. For example, this is chord 1 played as a 7. This is chord 2 played as a 7th chord. This is chord 3, played as a 7th chord. This is chord 4, played as a 7th chord. Chord 5, played as a 7th chord. Chord 6, played as a 7th chord. Chord 7, played as a 7th chord, and you have a chord 8. Now, using this is going to transform your playing. You're not going to sound boring again. You're going to sound very interesting. So the first step to applying 7th chord, or the uses of 7th chord, is by converting all your tried chords to 7th chords. Now, 7th chords can be used as passing chord, chord replacement, blah, 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 which we're going to talk as we keep going. But I'm not telling you how to transform your playing. So start with your major scale. Transform all those progressions that you have to 7th chords. So if we take a song, you are God. This is regular tried chord now. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. This is just regular tried chord. Now let's play this using 7th chord. It's gonna sound like it. You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. Now this sounds much better and much full and much more interesting. Now, how did I transform each of my tried chords of my major scale to 7th chords? It's simple. It's when you look at your major scale, very, very important right now. When you look at your major scale, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is your major scale, which is you have your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now, hold a tried chord, any chord you have. Maybe you have a tried chord you want to do for chord 1. All you have to do within your major scale, look at the 3rd note of that chord, take a note, skip a note, and go to the next note. Now, remember, in F major scale, you have F, G, A sharp, C, D, E, and F. So if I'm F major chord, and I want to transform this F major chord to a 7 chord, all I have to do is skip 6 and go to 7. I'm only skipping 6 because 6 is part of F major scale. I did not skip C sharp. I did not skip this one. I did not skip D sharp. What I skipped is D, because D is in F major scale. So don't mistake it. If it is C, this is C major chord. Now I want to transform C major chord to a 7 chord. I'm explaining something which is a secret, you understand? Now, if I want to transform this C major chord to a 7 chord, this is C major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All I have to do is skip after the third note, skip this one and press the next one. I've transformed this to a 7 chord. Now, you can do this for all progressions of your major scale. The only thing that you now have to be bothered about is that if you do this in your chord 1, your chord 1 is going to give you a major 7th. If you do this for chord 2 is going to give you a minor 7th. Your chord 2 in F major scale is G minor chord. But if you now convert this G minor chord to a 7 chord, this will now become G minor 7th. And this is G minor 7 chord. If you convert your chord 3 will be A minor 7th. Your chord 3 will be a minor 7th. If you convert your chord 4 will be a major 7th. On any key, if you convert your chord 5 to a 7, it will now be a dominant 7th chord. If you convert chord 6 to 7, it will be a minor 7 chord. Then chord 7, if you convert chord 7 to 7, it will be a minor 7 flat 5. But let's just call it minor 7. But minor 7 flat 5 because it's always very funny. So let's go. Now let's continue. Pay attention to this. Very, very important. So this is how we've converted all our progressions of our major scale to 7 chords. Now we can start applying them to songs. So instead of playing your regular triad chords, convert those triad chords to 7 chords when you're playing. When I started, I gave you the formula for all the 7 chords, so it's easy for you to identify no matter the key you are playing. So let me do more example on C, so that I know a lot of people might know C, so that you can relate to what I'm saying. If you have C, this is C, which is chord 1. Now, I want to convert this chord 1 to a 7 chord. All I have to do is skip this next one out of my C major scale. So I skip my 6 and I go to 7. That is it. But in the cases of C, you now have, since C is in the position of your chord 1, you have C major 7. If you go to chord 2, you now have minor, because your chord 2 is always a minor, and that's why we have D minor. So it will now, if you convert your chord 2 will now be D minor 7. Just skip this one and go to the next one. That's how you apply for all of it. Now let's go back to F. So if I play a song with 7 chords, this is how it should sound. I just wanna tell you something on my mind. You see, so I'm playing I'm not playing triad chords anymore. I'm just doing 7. Now you now begin to ask yourself, what should you play on your left hand? What should you play on your left hand if you're going to play 7th chords on your right hand? Because obviously you can't play 7th chord and 7th chord. What I'm trying to do is going to be too full, you understand, and it to sound cloggy. So this is what I do most times. While I play the 7th chord on my right hand, on my left hand, I'll just play the first and the triad chord, but I omit the second note of the chord. So if this is my triad chord, chord 1, I omit the second note of the chord. Then on my right hand I play. So this is it. Or sometimes I just play one note. So if you say 1, chord 4, you see, so this is supposed to be chord 4, but I took off the second note of the chord and I did this. So that way, this is chord 5. This is supposed to be chord 5, but I took off. You see what's happening. Now you know all these 7 chords that I'm giving you, we'll go to when you now use 7 chords for passing chords and the rest we are coming. Now, all these 7 chords that I've given you, you can actually still play them as inversions. You can change their voicing. Now, this is root positions. You can change this to this. This is this. I want to change this. I want to do an inversion for this. All I have to do is pick the first note to the nearest right position. So I'm going to pick this guy to this side. So I have something like this. It's the same thing. It's just to give me another voicing. So you see? So if I do, you are God, I can still do something like this. All 7 chords. But I changed it. So you don't have to always play the root position. You can change. So you are God from beginning to the end. So you see, I can change the voicing. Depends on what you want. You understand? But that's it. You see, I'm moving fast because I want us to round up in 30 minutes time. Now, the next thing you're going to ask yourself, now, this is how you have successfully converted all your major scale progressions to 7 chords, and that's how you're playing. You understand? That's how you convert. Now, if you play like this with 7 chords, your playing is going to be full. The next thing you now have to ask is, you can use 7 chords as passing chords. You can use 7 chords as passing chords. For example, we want to go to 4, passing chord to 4. I can do something like this. You are good. I can do from the beginning. I play. You see, I just played a 7th chord. Then I went to my 4. What I did is this. I played C diminished 7. This is C diminished 7. C diminished 7, sorry. So I did something like this. So I used 5. If you play 5 as a diminished 7, you can use it as a passing chord to your 4 on any key. For example, if we're on C and we have G as our 5 on C, all you have to play is to play G diminished 7, which is your 1, your flat 3, your flat 5, and your 6. So if you do chord 1, then you play diminished 7, you go to 4. So playing chord 5 as a diminished 7 can be used as a passing chord to 4. That is one way you can use 7th chord as passing chords. Very easy. Now the one that is very, very, very popular among all these, very popular among all these 7 chords is this. Because 7th chord sounds beautiful on its own. You understand? It sounds very beautiful on its own. What is very popular and beautiful is switching between several 7 chords as a passing chord. For example, if I'm on chord 1, I'm on chord 1 on F, and I want to go to 4. I can decide that before I get to 4, I can play the 7th chord for. I can play maybe. Now, the 7th chord you're playing, it doesn't have to matter when you're doing this particular thing I want to show you. You can either play dominant 7, diminished 7, minor 7, or major 7. It's going to work for it. If I want to go to 4, I can move from C major 7, move to C sharp major 7. You understand? Then move to D major 7. So I'm doing D major 7. So I'm doing like this: C major 7, C sharp major 7, then D major 7. So something like this as a passing chord. So chord 1, I want to go to 4. You see what happened? I've applied 3 different major 7 chords. I use them as a run to my 4. So to make it more fast than the rest, I can do something like this: chord 1. That is major 7th chords I just applied. Several 7th chords. I can do like this. I can do like this. Those are 7 chords I'm applying to make passing chords to whatever progression I'm going. How does this work? Let me explain it more. For example, we want to go to 4. She gets count 2 notes backward from 4. If you're on chord 4, 2 notes from 4 will be flat 3. Okay, let's do this on C so that some people can understand also. So if you're on C and this is chord 4, 4 is F on C. So if I want to go to 4, I count 2 notes backwards. So I have 2 semitones backwards. So you have E and E flat, which is D sharp. So I can decide to start running 7 chord from D sharp to E before I go to 4. So for example, if it is chord 1, then I go to chord 4. I go to chord 1, then I go to chord 4. Passing chord now at 7th, I can do chord 1, then 4. You see what happened? I do this chord 1, passing chord, so passing chord, then 4. Now, what's even more interesting is that I am not landing on my regular 4. I've converted that regular 4 to a 7 chord. So when I play pass 7 chord here, 7 chord here, then 7 chord here, it sounds very interesting. So you can use this as passing chord to any progression of your major scale. If you want to go to 2, this is chord 1, this is chord 2 on C. So I can do something like this. 1, 1, 1. You see, so I did like this, then I did a semitone forward, 7th chord, then I came down to 2. So you can use this as passing chords. So that is how you can get passing chords for all your progressions. Just look for a note before that particular progression. Convert either a note or 2, depending on the timing and how fast you are. When you convert them to 7th chords and use them as passing chord. It's going to enter. Now, the 7th chord you're converting is not definite. You can either convert that chord to a dominant 7, diminished 7, minor 7, major 7. It's going to enter. Whatever 7th chord you use as a passing chord to a particular progression, it's going to enter. She understand? But when you get to the progression itself, maintain the original chord formula as it is supposed to be, so that you don't make mistake. You understand? So this is how you can apply 7 chords and make 7 chords more interesting and beautiful. There's more to this, but because I don't want our tutorial to be too long, I don't want our tutorial to be too long today. I came out very late today, so sorry about that. So that's why I'm kind of fast. You understand? When we have time, we usually have our classes for like 1 hour, where I take time to break down everything. But all this I've given you is a very good way you can apply 7 chords. So start applying 7 chords now, and you see your play. Now watch my sound. Watch this. 7th chords. 7th chords, 7th chord, 7th chords, 7th chord, 7th chord, 7th chords, 7th chords. In fact, I hardly use triad chords on my right hand when I'm playing. I convert all my triad chords to 7th chords so that it sounds very beautiful and emotional. Yeah, very beautiful and emotional. Now, imagine using okay, there was a sound I wanted to turn in. If you use 7 chords for a sound like pad sound, you're going to see how beautiful it is. Don't use triad chords for pad sound. You're going to regret it. For free. So you see a sound like this, don't ever use triad chords. So a sound like this. Don't use triad chord. I'm giving you the expo. Don't try it. Don't go and do something like this. What are you trying to do? You disgrace yourself. So you see, sounds like pad sounds. Make sure you're using 7 chords. Why? 7 chord has a way of being that emotional feel and backing up itself. Why did I say you shouldn't use that? It's because, there's something called harmony. Now, on a triad chord, for example, see triad chord, triad chord only has 3 harmonies. You have your 1, 3, 5 harmonizing each other, but 7, there's an extra harmony on it. So you see where it comes from. Gives that beautiful sound. So if I say, you are God from beginning to the end. You see, this is my chord 2, but I'm playing 7. I've converted chord 2 to 7. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. Then I say, yesterday you reign in my life. Today come and reign. You see, so I'm playing 7 chords all through 7 chords, all through 7 chords. Once you see me play 4 notes, just know I'm playing 7 chords. All you should ask is, what type of 7 chords is that? Is it dominant 7, diminished 7, minor 7, or major 7? But just know, so far the note is 4 notes, it is a 7 chords. So good. So start playing with 7 chords and start enjoying your play for today. And I think I'm going to stop here for now. Okay, chord replacements here. Chord replacements. You can use 7 chords as chord replacement. I think that's where we're going to stop also. Now, take for example your chord 1. Your chord 1 where you hold like this. You can convert this. Okay, I think that's what I did. That's what I did for the first one. So you see, so if this is my chord 1, and instead of coming, if I do and I will praise and lift you high, El Shaddai, I come back to chord 1, but I don't want to come back to chord 1. I'm going to do a chord replacement. Instead of coming back to chord 1, I'm now going to play chord 1 7 chord. So I've converted this chord 1 to 7 chord. So if F is in the position of chord 1, all I have to play is F major 7 chord. And I will praise and lift you high, El Shaddai. Easy peasy. So I forgot that is even the first thing I talked about when I said you should convert all your triad chords to 7 chords. But let me give you some specific 7 chords that you can use. Let me give you some specific crazy 7 chords that you can try. Now, you can use this as chord 1. Then another 7 chords you can try to apply. You can apply this. You can apply this one. Mostly when I apply this one, so this is G minor 7 flat 5. So I'm going to explain it to you. So when you play your chord 2 as a minor 7 flat 5, this is what you get. So let's do it on another key. Let's play C minor 7 flat 5. So okay, this is D minor 7 flat 5. The other one was G minor 7 flat 5. Now this is on key C. So when we go to chord 2, we'll now play minor 7 flat 5. See, this is D minor 7. You understand? This is D minor 7. But if we want to do flat 5, we just do this. So this is D minor 7 flat 5. I don't want to get you so confused. So I'm going to give you the number pattern because some people are not too strong in music theory that are watching. So let me not get them confused. So let's go back to F. So when you play your 2 as a minor 7 flat 5, the formula is this: 2 4 flat 6 8, which is your Re Fa Z Do. Yeah, Re Fa Z Do, which is 2 4 flat 6 8. Now, if you use this chord can replace your chord 4 and it can replace your chord 1. I'll give you an example. Let's apply it. You are the pillar that holds. You see what I just did now? Holds. So instead of me doing you are the pillar that holds, go to 4. I did you are the pillar that holds. So I played this. So this is a 7 chord that has been used as a chord replacement for 4. Now let us try it for chord 1. You are. If we want to do for chord 1, it means we have to play our chord 4 the regular way. You are the pillar that holds my life. Then come back to 1. So watch. And I will praise and lift you high, El Shaddai. So you see, Very cool. Well, works very well as a chord replacement for 4. So that is how you can use 7 chords. I've done a lot of explanation for 7 chords. I think this is very good explanation for you to start using 7 chords from today. And you can always rewatch, rewind, take your time, meditate on the video. I know I'm quite fast today, but I promise tomorrow I'm going to be a little bit slow. I'm going to try to come early. So see you guys tomorrow. Do have a night and lovely night, lovely sweet night. Yeah, so bye and see you tomorrow same time. Cheers.